burn. I said, Orlando, you having fun out there? That's what I'm talking about. Grab a rock star, grab a good time. Yogi, get off track, buddy. Come on. Come on, Yogi, you got this. All right. Moving on to an all-Norwegian battle. Skål! Here we go.
I wonder if they ever had to go against each other. Maybe this is the first time?
I don't think, maybe I think the first year signed, yes, they have. I have.
Okay.
Because I remember the two Supras going against each other. When Simon was campaigning the two
That's
JC
right.
Supra,
The
they
90
did go
Supra,
against
right?
each other.
Yep.
The Mark V. Yeah, Mark V. So yeah, now with the new generation, Simon Olsen working with the Bakshi's camp, field suspension, pedal commander, you know, same livery, different color. He's running that high vis yellow, which was on his previous, again, Mark V Supra, just like FREDRIC AASBO's running. And FREDRIC AASBO will lead. Freddie qualified 5th compared to Simon Olsen's 20th. So the Rockstar Energy Toyota GR Supra, the Norwegian Hammer, he's talked about it. He was rooting for Ryan Turk earlier. Well, unfortunately, he did get the win against Field, but not against Dylan Hughes. So the winner of this goes against the Dozer, Dylan Hughes, in the final 4. Here comes FREDRIC AASBO versus Simon Olsen, an all-Norwegian battle. North, here we go. FREDRIC AASBO, big angle from him. Simon Olsen needs to get that proximity and mimic that angle, pulling away from him. Simon Olsen was looking great all day today. But Freddie showing you why he is 3-time champion and defending champion. That was just a real strong presence there from FREDRIC AASBO.
Yeah, that was like a 3-time champion lead run right here. Nice and high on the bank, maybe from the middle of the bank. Olsen gets a little bit wobbly during the chase in the bank, has to take away a little bit of the angle to keep the proximity. Now, after he passes outside zone, the beginning of the outside zone 2, he does a great job getting right back on track where he has to be mimicking the lead run of FREDRIC AASBO. And right here, dropping down a little bit by Olsen and shallowing up on the angle and being a little wobbly towards the end of the outside zone 1, and also hitting the inside clip cone when he was coming off the bank as well. Towards the end of the track, beautiful job by the chase driver. Now we're going to have to see how Olsen is going to lead and what FREDRIC AASBO is going to do in the chase position.
Here we go, let's alternate the orders, get that overhead view. Great view of our Type S lights at the start. Remember, next round, New Jersey, Englishtown Raceway, the first ever North American purpose-built drift coliseum. And that's where we'll have both Pro Spec and Pro, round 2 of the Pro Spec Championship, the Link Engine Management Pro Spec Championship. 4 rounds within the 8. A lot of talented drivers up and coming, condensed schedule, spec class, spec tire, GT radial, also obviously all the running Link Engine Management. Here we go, Simon Olsen out front, field suspension, GT radial, F chassis. FREDRIC AASBO says, hey, how you doing? How's it back in Norway? Well, I am right here all up in your business, checking your temperature. Now transitioning into that inside clip 2. Simon Olsen taken out. Now, this is first season with a Vortex Supercharged LS. Never driven an S chassis. Making it look really good. But FREDRIC AASBO, that gold shadow, shining bright like a diamond. I love gold. The gold member, 3-time champion.
Wow, so the 3-time champ had to show his lead driver, Olsen, what he had to do. Yeah, he had to go and knock on his door right next to him. Very close on the bank. Not as steady, but I would have to say being that close and matching up the angle is very, very hard to do. Now, after the switchback going to the inside clip 2, Olsen does hit the inside clip 2 cone. Does a good job around the outside zone 2, but FREDRIC AASBO is right there the whole time. But I would have to say, Olsen, great job all weekend because, like you said, this is his first year campaigning this car.
Yeah, that's a steep learning curve. You know, when you're used to the 2J kind of power.
I heard he'd never driven. I heard he never driven an S chassis or something.
Never an S chassis and never an LS.
Yep.
And a supercharged LS. That's a lot to handle. That's a quick curve. Here we go. Slide him left. A 4. FREDRIC AASBO gets the win. So the 3-time champ, who's second in points, advances on into the final 4. I know his wife Hunter's cheering him on. I don't know, I haven't seen her in the building. I don't know if she's back in Norway, if she's here, or if she's in San Diego, her home city. And look at that, Dylan Hughes, FREDRIC AASBO. They are advancing on, and those numbers right there in the red box, that denotes their qualified position. So keep in mind, you know, the win